Alright, so here's the dealio. I've been vegan for 3 years and 9 months. When I started this journey, I felt amazing. I did a 12-week challenge, I got into amazing shape, I was able to do pull-ups. Alright, they're chin-ups, but still. The point is that I was able to do a lot of them, and I was feeling very strong and feeling very great. But then I ran a red light, hit a tree, and crashed, metaphorically speaking. I go into more depth in this in my Why I'm No Longer Vegan video if you want to check that out. But today, we are moving on. I've exhausted all other options. I've spent the last couple years trying to eat as healthy as I could on a plant-based vegan diet, and I just haven't crashed over crash over crash over crash. My health was slowly deteriorating, and the only thing that I knew I could try that I hadn't was to add animal products back into my diet. In fact, today I'm eating meat for the first time in 3 years. So not only am I trying meat for the first time today, I'm also trying eggs for the first time in 3.5 years. I think I've had eggs in a few pastries that I didn't realize weren't vegan, but I haven't just eaten an egg. Fried, boiled, what have you. And I figured today would be a good day to try and take my egg game to the top. MVP All Stars. I'm gonna make one of the hardest eggs to make, and that is the poached egg. Coming from someone who's never made a poached egg, step 1 to your perfect poached egg is to strain it and get all the gooey stuff out of it. As you can see, there's a little bit of gobbledygook dripping out the bottom, but the egg pretty much stays intact, and we're just gonna put that in here. Make sure you have some really fresh eggs.
Oh shit, that is fresh.
Oh my gosh, they're so fresh. We lost a soldier carrying our groceries home, but it is okay. We have 11 fresh, beautiful eggs here. Now I'm gonna be following Tom Brady's TB12 program to see if it works out for me. I'm drawn to it because it's 80% plant-based and then 20% lean meats such as salmon, chicken, occasional steak, and they say duck. I'm not gonna eat duck or steak. And on the TB12 diet, you eat mostly vegetables and then a little bit of protein. So for breakfast today, I'm making zucchini, asparagus, and eggs. Do I get an A+ for presentation? Oh my goodness, follow me on Pinterest. So Tom Brady uses coconut oil for cooking and not olive oil because it has a higher smoke point and it's not likely to oxidize. However, I'm not a big fan of oil, so I'm just using some veggie broth to cook them veggies and tell the poached egg gods I need their help today. Wish me luck. I'm just gonna put a little bit of veggie stock in there. So I hear the trick is to have it simmering so there's little bubbles coming up but not quite boiling. We'll heat that up a little bit. You're also supposed to add vinegar, because who doesn't love a little apple cider with eggs, you know? You hear me? And then we create a vortex. Swirling around hot boiling water sounds safe. Okay, here it goes. First poached egg. Go. Yes, yes, yes. Stay together. Ew. Oh, looks like a wild college party in there. Okay. We're just gonna let that guy swim around for 3 minutes. Is it supposed to look like a floating mound of goo? Because if so, I nailed it. Nailed it. Are you supposed to cover it? Oh my gosh, I don't know, I'm ruining everything. Oh, where's the egg? Where'd it go? It disappeared. Oh, here we are. Oh my gosh. Did it work? Did I just make my first poached egg? Oh, does she even Pinterest? Vortex number 2? It's a very, very sad vortex. Nope. How did you burn your feet off? Oh, I was just making a vortex for my egg. Going in. Oh my gosh, does she even Pinterest? No, I don't Pinterest. Who Pinterests?
This is the 90s.
You know you've successfully made a good poached egg when there's gobbledygook in the middle. So let's check it out, shall we? Oh man, that's a little bit of a hard-boiled egg right there. We have one more shot at getting the gobbledygook. Are you guys ready? Gobbledygook! Okay, so our egg has gobbledygook. Now we just need to try it. First of all, I'm very proud of myself. Like, poaching eggs is no joke. More like no yolk.
No! God, please, no! No!
Okay, I'll stop. Okay. Well, the zucchini are delicious. Now, for my first egg in over 3.5 years. Here it goes. kidding, that's really freaking good. I don't even know what to say. I'm just gonna eat for a second and see how I feel about it. Okay, this is delicious. I have to say, today is a heavy flow day. And so like the butteriness and the fattiness of the egg is like, whew. Oh man, I spilled gobbledygook on my brand new shirt. I've made some eggs in my lifetime, but poached eggs are freaking bomb. You guys should try them. Don't forget to vortex. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go finish eating my delicious, nutritious breakfast and come over for brunch sometime. Back in the day when I first went vegan, it was July 4 years ago, and I went home for Christmas and I kept hearing the "you could use a big fat juicy steak" remark. The most annoying thing a vegan can possibly hear. So I did it. My dad makes the best steak in the world, and I had a big fat juicy steak, which turned into a big fat juicy mistake because I had a big fat juicy stomachache the next day. So I'm starting off small, adding meat back into my diet. This morning I had an egg, and tonight we're gonna go to the store and pick out some salmon. I'm starting with salmon because I feel like it won't wreck my stomach like that steak did, and I don't know if I'll ever eat steak again. When I look at it, it reminds me of that Body Worlds exhibit. I look at that steak with the marbled fat in it, and it looks like a piece of human ass. And I'm not about to go up to the meat counter and be like, "Yes, sir, may I please have 8 ounces of your finest human ass?" And I've been around chickens, and thinking about eating one just grosses me out. However, what doesn't gross me out is going fishing, gutting a fish, cooking it, so we're gonna start there. And of course, I wanna get the freshest piece of fish that I possibly can. We wanna stay away from mercury, so I'm gonna be eating smaller fish like salmon, and we're going for wild Alaskan salmon. The guy at the meat counter said it's not in season until June, but he recommended that I get king salmon. It's very expensive, but he said that was the freshest and least likely to have mercury in it, so I got some king salmon. And we're gonna go cook it up for dinner. Okie dokie.
No!
It is dinner time, and we are making salmon and vegetables. Let's go. For dinner, I'm just boiling some sweet potatoes, gonna smash those puppies, and I'm gonna steam up some broccoli. And for the main event, we have our salmon. I'm just adding on some garlic herb seasoning. I haven't cooked salmon in so long, I don't even know how to do it, but I'm just gonna season it and sear it on both sides. I feel like this is the wrong way to do cast iron skillet. You're supposed to heat it up nice and hot first, so we're gonna do that. We'll wipe all the seasoning off so it doesn't burn. We're gonna go face down and just brown it a little bit. Time to flip. And so it just kind of steams a little bit. I'm gonna cover it, and hopefully it'll cook all the way through. I'm also gonna turn the heat down a little bit and give it some time. If I remember correctly, once it's flaky, then it's done, but I'll just keep an eye on it. I bet you it's done from here over, so I'm just gonna take that off the heat and let the rest of it cook for a little bit longer. Here's dinner. We've got most of our plate is veggies, and then a little piece of meat. Sweet potato mash, broccoli, and then our salmon. And I'm just gonna squeeze some lemon on the salmon and the broccolini. I added some radishes for color, crunch, and a little raw veggie. Ta-da! All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. The first taste of meat since Christmas, when I had a piece of my dad's steak 3 years ago. Here it goes. Kidding! I have to take a second with it. Do you eat the skin? I don't eat the skin. It is so satisfying. Woo! I don't think meat in extreme portions is good for you, but I'm really hoping that adding it back into my diet is going to help my energy levels, help me function in life. I've been chronically ill off and on for the last 3 years. And I've tried literally everything I can think of and try every suggestion that I've gotten online on what to do or what to try. Every suggestion I got from a doctor, I've tried it, I've done it. I have friends and family who were vegan for a long time, and they had the similar symptoms. They were just tired all the time. And I know there are a lot of successful vegans who've been vegan for 7 years, 10 years, their whole life, and I think that's amazing. There's also a lot of vegan YouTubers who have been having similar symptoms that I've been having, and so far it seems to be helping them. It's helped my friends and family members to add meat back into their diet where they see fit. So I'm just trying it for a while. I'm doing a little experiment on my body to see if that has been been the missing link for me. An argument is a lot of vegan YouTubers have been eating like raw food diets consistently, and basically they're malnourished. In my case, I've been tracking in Chronometer for the last 2 years everything I've been eating, and supposedly I've been getting all my nutrients in. I've also been eating lots of sauerkraut and doing apple cider vinegar to make sure everything is digesting properly, but I'm just not feeling well. So if adding a little bit of meat back into my diet is the key, that's what I want to share with you guys, because I know there's a lot of people who are going through the same things, and believe me, I have tried. For the last 3 years, I have stuck to a vegan diet. I became vegan for health reasons, and I stayed vegan for the last 3 years for ethical reasons. And my health has just been a roller coaster like it has never been in my entire life. And if this helps for me, I want to share my journey because I don't want other people to have to go through the same things that I've had to go through, like going to the ER multiple times a year. Doctors don't have any answers for me. Having to call in sick to work a ton. I used to teach private music lessons where I'd drive around to different houses. I would have to sleep in my car for like 5 or 10 minutes between lessons just to make it through the day. That's how exhausted I was all the time. And I'm a very active person, and not being able to go to the gym makes me highly, highly depressed. That is the place I go to fill myself up and feel great. I'm hoping this will help. I'm gonna eat it before it gets cold, and it is freaking delicious. And then the mashed potatoes, I just added garlic herb seasoning as well as on the broccoli. So stay tuned. I'll be giving you a 1-month update on adding meat into my diet. I'll be tracking my journey, how I'm feeling in the next month, see if I see any improvements. If I don't, I'll go back to plant-based, because if I'm not feeling better, I might as well just eat plant-based anyway. So we're just gonna do a little experiment. Love it. I know this part of my journey is probably cringy for a lot of you because most of my viewers are in the vegan or plant-based category. And for those of you who are supporting me and getting back to my best health possible, thank you so, so much for your support and love. It really, really means a lot to me. My health is #1 right now. I've been struggling, I've been suffering. It's not just no fun, it's also keeping me from living my life. So thank you for joining me in this journey, trying to get my health back. We'll see if this works. I hope it does. But regardless, I'm gonna be sharing it with you guys, so I hope you will stick around. See you guys on Friday.